Welcome back to Rallycross GT, everyone. We're here in Tokyo for round 4 of season 3. We're about to start, final preparations done. Before we kick off, just a quick recap of driver standings. After 3 rounds, we've got KSER Rollbay up front with 69 points, followed by Sock Art of Driving with 62. Don Mitsako's in third with 53. Then we've got Pellegrino in 4th with 46 and Victory Rain with 39 in 5th. Those are our top 5 drivers in the championship. We've got a Greek 1, 2, 3 so far. Let's see what the Brazilian guys can do today. Let's see if Pellegrino and Victory Rain can fight back. So let's get going. We're gonna start with Q1. If you're new to Rallycross GT, you can click on the link in the chat, find more about the rules and everything else. Hope you enjoy the race, because it's gonna be exciting today. First of all, let's do one more test start. We're gonna do one final test start. And then it's on. It's game on. This season of Rallycross GT is kindly sponsored by the DRC Racing YouTube channel. You can see their logo there on the screen. You can find more about them by clicking in our link tree as well. There's a link to their YouTube channel. They do racing with Hot Wheels miniatures. It's super cool. Have a look. Make sure to give them a follow, give them some love. We're just waiting for the final drivers here to get ready for the test start. Morgan did not take part in the first test. We're also waiting for Socrates, who I don't know what he's doing. Right, let's do one more test start. Pickerick was the problem guy last time. Let's keep an eye on him and hope that he can start alright. Okay, here we are for another test start, guys. Quite excited to be here in Tokyo, where I currently live. This is not a real place. The track is just meant to look like the real Expressway. Right, where's Pickerick? He's here at the back. And he managed to start. Everybody managed to start this time. That's really good news. Pellegrino on medium tires pulling ahead. And Rob really close there. No, Pellegrino is really fast, but if Rob can keep up, even with a soft medium difference there, it's really good for him. That might boost his chance of making it to the semi-finals. And today we're 11 people. I think only one is gonna miss out. Guys piling up there into the chicane, sorry, into the hairpin. We're gonna see a lot of overtaking there, the hairpin, a lot of car crashes. Is gonna be, well, interesting. I think interesting is the right word there. Let's see how fast Pellegrino can be at the final straight. Rob trying to go for an overtake in the tunnel. It's quite bold. they're going the bump craft there. 252, yeah, 55 Pellegrino. Wow, that's really fast. Robey also going for a bold overtake over Smog Baxter there. The guys here at the back, a little bit more space between them. The two GTRs. Smog in the wall, collects Socrates as well. Yeah, it's surely going to be a hell of an interesting race. What do you guys think is going to be the result today, guys, on the comments. We are about to start. This was our last test race, our last practice. Right, we're gonna start with Q1. Let's change the room settings to 3 laps. Then for Q1, race 1, we've got Victory Rain up front, Sock Art of Driving, Morgan Davey, Pellegrino, also Rolbey, and Smog Baxter. We're meant to have Mateos in this race, but he's not here yet. So he's gonna miss out on Q1. It's a big shame for him. Drivers are getting ready. We're just waiting for Morgan. We're just waiting for Morgan Davey. He's been AFK for quite a while now, not responding to the pings. In the meantime, drivers can please choose your tires. Tire strategy is going to be really important here. It's 3 laps qualifying, 4 laps semifinals and finals. So the tire wear is going to be quite aggressive for some cars. I'm not sure what's going on with Morgan Davey. We might have to do race 2 first, but this is unfortunate. Come on guys, let's everybody tag him. See if he wakes up with a noise. He's in Australia though, he shouldn't be asleep. He should be like late morning there. Okay, so small change of plans. We're gonna do race 2 first then. Ah, he's back. Okay, back to race 1. Those who are ready, continue to be ready. Victory Ring up front, followed by Sock Art of Driving, Morgan Davey, Pellegrino, Rollbay and Smog. Tires. Let's see what they've got. So that's medium for Victory Ring, hard for Socrates, soft for Morgan, mediums for Pellegrino, hard for Rollbay starting from the back, and soft for Smog. It's quite interesting choices there. Pellegrinos on mediums. Just double check. That's it. Yes. And let's go. Welcome to Rallycross GT. We're in Tokyo, racing at Expressway South Loop. We're here for round 4 of Rallycross GT Season 3. This is Q1 Race 1, and you've got Victory Ring up front, followed by Sock Art of Driving, Morgan Davey, UDI Pellegrino, KSER Rollbay, and Smog Baxter. 6-man race here. And the race is on. Here they go for a very good start there. Pellegrino gets a position already. Sock Art of Driving trying to go around the outside of Victory Ring. He closes the inside, the British driver on the Ford. Look at Rollbay in the background, trying to make space. A little bit of contact there. A little bit of contact. But they keep going. Rollbay is sliding a lot there with the hard tires. He's really making contact with everybody. Needs to be a little bit more patient. Can go for an early joker here maybe. The joker lap in this track. It's right in the middle of the track. In fact, it's really here right now. Let's see if anyone goes joker. Contact between Rollbay and Morgan. Smog gets collected and hits the wall. Really aggressive driving there from Rollbay this start of race. But Victory Ring and Pellegrino managed to pull away up front. And let's see what they can do. Pellegrino looking around the outside there. It's a really dangerous place to overtake here because you might get squeezed in the wall. Pellegrino nudges the wall, lose a little bit of speed, and Socrates now is catching up. The GTR is really fast, 257 on the straight for the GTR. Look how close Socrates is, a little bit sideways there into the big right-hander. As Victory Ring comes into the hairpin, so sorry, the chicane here. A little bit aggressive. And that's Socrates now with the overtake over Pellegrino in lap 1. Good job by the Greek driver in the GTR. Could not complete the move though. Pellegrino holds on to second just about. And Victory Ring managed to break the slipstream. That's really good there for Victory Ring. If he can shake the Brazilian and the Greek drivers off the slipstream. Here further back, Morgan Davey has not joked yet. He got a penalty. He got a penalty on the chicane. Rollbay and Smog, they both have gone joker already. Smog a little bit further back. That was a little bit scary. I thought they were going straight into the wall. But that's Pellegrino and Socrates going joker. That releases Victory Ring. He has a little bit more time to breathe now. And Morgan Davis chasing on medium tires. The two drivers here in and out. They both come out side by side, and Rollbay is not far behind. So we're gonna go on board with KSER Rollbay He's just about in the slipstream of Socrates. And now he lost it. But let's see what he can do here. He can pull a crazy overtake. The big right-hander after the tunnel. 251 in the slipstream for Robe. Really careful here on the right-hander. A bit slow there, 130. Socrates nudges the wall. And that allows Robe to really close in. As they go bumper to bumper into the chicane. Robe following in 5th place. Smog Baxter a little bit further back there after contact in the lap 1 and then a bit more trouble. Here comes Victory Rain down the hill. About to do his Joker lap. There he goes. Morgan Davies should be going in as well. And there's a 22-second gap. Pellegrino, I think that's... Ooh, hits the wall. 1.5 second penalty. That's not great for Pellegrino. I don't think he's going to be a threat there to Victory Rain. Let's look at the two Greek drivers here at the back. Socrates and Robe. They're all very tidy here. And you can see already Victory Rain miles ahead up front. Morgan Davies a little bit further back there with the Toyota. But Smog is not within reach. 2 seconds gap for Victory Rain. That's amazing for him. British driver really pushing hard to perhaps finish with a podium this season. Pellegrino and Robe here, the big right-hander. Pellegrino with a penalty almost managed to pay it off completely. As they come into the chicane for the final time in this race 1. And Pellegrino loses a little bit of time there. Allows Robe to get past on hard tires. Great race from Robe. But that is Victory Rain from the UK who's gonna get the checkered flag here in the 1st position, followed by Robe. Pellegrino, sock out of driving. Morgan Davies in 5th. And Smog Baxter in 6th place. That's a very good race 1. A very good result for Victory Rain. The Ford Focus there up front, it shows that the GTRs are not unbeatable. Who would have thought? Here are the race results. We've got Nicole 11 here on the chat already. And Melon confirming Jaden is working. That's a shame. GT Fox Rob Souza, entrei para deixar aquele like. Não tá em casa. Cannot be following the transmission because he's out working. Rob Souza is the team boss for GT Fox. He's a very good guy. Right, let's go for race 2 now. So since we've got a couple of gaps and Matteo's just joined, we're gonna put him at the back of the pack. He's gonna start last place for this race. It's a penalty for showing up late. We try to accommodate people where we can, but we're not Santa Claus. So we got Rob, Melon, Don Mitsakos, Pickerick, Myth, Ralph Rod, and GKR Mateos. Unfortunately, Jaden Ola is at work and cannot be here with us today. Drivers making their tire choices now. While we put them in order. That's Rob, Melon, Don, they're almost all in order. Don is Pickerick in front, Myth, Rod and Mateos at the back. The soft for Rob, starting strong there. Hard for Melon, hard for... who else getting ready? Morgan, for some reason. So, hard for Melon and Don. Then medium for Pickerick. And then hard for Myth, Rod and Mateos. So Morgan has raced already, so he has to wait for the next one. Thank you very much. And here we go. Welcome to Rallycross GT. We are ready for Q1 Race 2 here on the streets of Tokyo, rather the Tokyo Expressway. 6 men in the track this time. Rob on drums leading the pack on soft boots. He's going for a fastest time here, I guess, followed by Evil Melon, Don Mitsakus, Pickerick, Myth, Ralph Rod and GKR. Mateos, who just got to the track, he's cold, so that he can start. And all drivers, they get moving. Rob with a very good start with the soft tires there, starts to pull out. As Don Mitsakus jumps to second place ahead of Evil Melon. The American driver there still stays on the lead. But Don Mitsakus, currently P3 in the tournament, is closing in. And we know that the tires only really matter in the corners, in the straights. They make absolutely no difference. A little bit of a pushy there between Myth, Ralph Rod and Pickerick. Someone's going Joker there already. 3 people going Joker. Someone changed their mind in the last minute. I think it was Mateos and Melon. But Rob on drums with a good advantage there. Up front, unfortunately for him, Don Mitsakus managed to get his slipstream. So he's not gonna pull away too much. That's also very good for Don, managing to get a slipstream of someone on soft tires from lap 1. Rob really tied it there in the corner, almost 150, 145, 150 through that corner. That's really fast compared to some of the other guys we saw earlier in race 1. Tied across the chicane as well for Rob. He's a really fast driver, but unfortunately he has not been so consistent throughout the season. He's been leading a couple of races and then ends up spinning. Don Mitsakus chasing him really closely there, and Mateos currently 3rd place, Melon 4th, and the 2 guys who have gone Joker already, that's Pickerick and Myth, Ralph Rod. Pickerick on medium tires. Let's go back there to the front. Rob is really able to gap a lot in the corners. Already 1 second to Don Mitsakus. He's gonna go Joker now. No, he goes very tidy there again. Don is also following. Don wants to get the slipstream again, but he can't. And Rob manages to pull away. Mateos goes Joker. The other 2 drivers are quite close to each other here. Pickerick and Ralph Rod. Melon and Mateos go Joker. They should lose the position to these 2 guys here. Let's keep an eye on them. And they get past. And they're only now just getting in. Back here to the front. It's a great race from Rob on drums. Staying on the lead. through the chicane one more time, a little bit aggressive this time, lost time. Domitsakis managed to close in a tiny bit. A little bit too aggressive there, too early in the throttle, nudges the wall. He's almost able to get this slipstream again. Rob on drums with the fastest lap, 141.9. So far he should be able to gap Don here again through the bends. And that's exactly what he does. The gap going up to just over a second again. As they're gonna get to the hairpin, and they should go Joker now. They go wide this time. It's a little bit of a mistake there from Rob. A real good shortcut from Domitsakis in the pit entrance. Maybe Rob has not practiced that enough, and now here at the back it's Pickerick and Myth Ralph Rod. They've enclosed the whole race. Mateus trying to catch up, but he's having troubles there with the wall. 8 seconds penalty, that's shocking. And also, Jesus Christ, Melon, 9.2 seconds penalty. What are these guys doing? So Pickerick managed to stay ahead of Myth Ralph Rod. As Don, with an amazing Joker entrance there, it's right at the back of Rob on drums. Can Rob hold on now? Led the whole race from start to finish. Now Don is trying to go around the outside. Rob's got the tire advantage and the track position to hold his ground there. Is the chicane now? The Audi driver really tight. He managed to hold on to it. Does gonna try to put the nose on the inside, but he cannot do it. Rob on drums with an amazing performance today here in Q1 Race 2. Gets the checker flag in the first position, followed by Domitsakis. And Pickerick edges Myth Ralph Rod by 23 hundredths of a second. And here Mateus is competing with Melon for the most penalty. That was 11 seconds. That's 8.5 for Melon. Yeah, I think Mateus won. 11 seconds penalty for him. That's the new record. But Rob on drums, great race there with the win in Q1 Race 2. I think he's gonna take a screenshot of that one. The replay and the results. Right, we've got quick warm-up now before we get into Q2. While we get the table ready, I'm gonna go for a spin as well. Let's chase Canadaman Pickerick. Rob on drums quite happy there with the win, and also with the car setup. He was struggling a little bit before during the week in practice, but he managed to get a good setup this time, and he's quite competitive now, it seems. Hard on the throttle now, let's get Pickerick. closing in. A little bit of a rally style bend there. Let's see what I can do for a fastest lap. I'm gonna get helped by Pickerick's slipstream. Can I pull an overtake around the outside there? Let's try. Closes the outside. Deep on the brakes here. And he's going for the switch on me. Oh, bit of contact. Almost got me there. Just for a laugh there, doing a sideways. Good battle, but we are not here to watch me racing, we're here to watch these guys racing. So we've got the times from Q1 and we're gonna go into Q2 now. You can follow the live timings here on the link in the chat. Let's get ready for Q2. For Q2 race 1, guess what? Rob on drums with the fastest time in Q1. He's gonna be top qualifier here for pole position for Q2. That is impressive performance from Rob. Don Mitsako's right behind, and then Pellegrino. Where's Pellegrino? There he is. Pickerick, Morgan Davey, and Mateus. So Rob on drums, he was faster than Victory Ring by 0.005. It's like 5 thousandths of a second difference. That's the quickest difference we've ever had in qualifying rounds. We've had this difference in racing before, but not between qualifying times. It's pretty impressive. Right, let's get the guys in order. That's Rob up front, followed by Don. Then Pellegrino, Pickerick, Morgan Davey, and Mateus. Smog is not in there, good. He's in the next race. And for the tires, okay, we've got a bit of a pattern here. It's hard, medium, hard, medium, hard, medium for these guys. Let's get racing. Welcome to Rallycross GT. We are in the streets of Tokyo Expressway, for another round of exciting action here with Group B cars, rally cars. And this is Q2 race 1. Rob on drums up front, the fastest man in Q1, followed by Don Mitsakos, Pellegrino, Pickerick, Morgan Davey, and GKR Mateus. All drivers here either on hard or medium tires this time, so it's going to be quite slippery for them. And it's a very good start. Pellegrino goes a little bit backwards there, it seems. Rob already lost the position to Don. There's a tire difference there, and the GTR is really strong off the line. And the battle here is already by Pellegrino and Pickerick, squeezing each other against the wall. And Matteo's also gets a little bit of a Pickerick there. These first bends are really tricky to go side by side. Matteo's already on the wall collecting penalty there. I think he did the fair play or what, letting the guys through. But the guys are getting quite elbows out here. Matteos goes for an early joker, and Pickerick and Morgan Davey, the Australian and the Canadian driver. Pickerick literally squeezing Morgan across on the wall there. I'm not sure what happened there, but stewards might have to have a look at that later. Meanwhile, we have Rob and Pellegrino here, the two Audi drivers, both on hard tires, chasing each other, while Dolmitsakos manages to pull away from the start. 2 seconds gap already. He goes a little bit too deep in the chicane and loses a bit of time. Rob is going more cautious there also. Let's have a look there at what happened between Pickerick literally pushing across the wall. That's gonna cost him a few points after the race. Domitsakos with a 3.4 second gap already. It's Pellegrino and Rob storming here through the S's. Pickerick with a small gap to Morgan Davey after they got a little bit too excited there with the wall. And Matteo is the first driver to go joker at the back of the pack. He's 19 seconds behind Morgan. He has gone joker already. The joker here is about 18 seconds. So he might be able to get Morgan. Who knows? If he stops hitting the wall, that is. It doesn't matter if you cross the line first, if you got like 11 seconds penalty, isn't it? It's got 3.7 now. And there is Morgan Davey coming out really slow from the pits. And Matteos indeed gets him. But with that penalty, he's not going to get very far. Pickerick and Matteos having a go at each other again. Couldn't see before the pits there. We're going to have a look at that after the race. Rob on drums holding on to third place. That's a very good performance from him. And because Pickerick is fighting a little bit too hard there for anyone's like against Morgan Davey, he's 22 seconds behind. Even though he's on medium tires, he's not going to be able to catch up with Rob on drums, I think. 5.7 seconds gap there for Domitsakos. 1:40.591, his fastest lap so far. It's a very good joker entrance. They go almost straight here. But Rob goes really deep, using more track. I think he's losing a little bit too much time there, Rob, on the pit entrance. Matteo's really close there to Pickerick with a Honda. Let's see if we can capitalize on that. Managed to get a pass on the track. Morgan there lighting up the tires. 2.8 second penalty, and actually Pickerick really close to Rob on drums now. Trying to get on the inside. Going side by side in the tunnel here is not a good idea. Rob ends up scratching the wall there. And Matteo's coming around the outside as well. We got a three-way battle here. Pickerick on the inside. There's Pellegrino there through the chicane. Let's go here up front. As Don Mitsakos, look at his front tire. He's really going to struggle with that in the finals. But he gets a checkered flag here for Q2 race 1. Pellegrino in second. Robin Drums holds on to third place. Ahead of Pickerick, Mateus and Morgan Davey. This race is certainly going to the stewards afterwards. But that's Don Mitsakos here with the win. Let's get the replay of that one because we're gonna need it. And the race results. So Victory Rain here saying that he thinks that Rick was gonna get pushed into the yellow barrier on the right. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. A little bit too much contact. And heck yeah, ice cream. Cheering for Myth Ralph Rod. First time viewer, thanks for being here. Heck yeah, ice cream. So guys going a little bit argy-bargy here, saying you put me in the wall first. I don't care, I'm the judge here. So if I see anything like this again, that's gonna be a 10 points penalty straight away, if not a race ban. So I don't care who you are, if we're friends or not, but if you are pushing people in the wall for a laugh, you're gonna get a penalty. So just being very clear, guys. And other than that, let's get into Q2 race 2. So we have here Victory Ring, KSER Roll Bay, Sock Art of Driving, Myth Ralph Rod, Smog Baxter, and Evil Melon. Let's get the drivers in order. So Victory Ring, the second fastest man in Q1. Right, here they are. And let's check the tire choices for those drivers. So that is hards for Victory Ring, everybody else on mediums. No one burning softs here this time. So hards for Victory Ring, mediums for everyone else. Welcome to Rallycross GT. This is Q2 Race 2 in the Tokyo Expressway South Loop. And we've got Victory Ring up front, followed by KSER Robey, the championship leader. Followed by Sock Art of Driving, currently sitting second in the standings. And then Myth Ralph Rod, Smog Baxter and the Evil Melon. And here they go, Robey on the inside. He should get the jump on Victory Rain there because he's on hard tires. And yes, he does. Victory Rain falls back to second. Socrates trying to get a bit of Victory Rain as well, but cannot get before turn 1. Victory Rain goes defensive as he tries to chase Robey. It's going to be difficult to keep up there on the hard tires, but you never know, and Socrates needs to get past Victory Rain if he is to chase. Oh, Melon is stuck, so we're gonna have a restart. Okay, so Melon is stuck. We do one restart. We do one restart, and then we go again. Bit of a false alarm there, guys. Sorry about that. He was out of the camera angle, so we missed that. He's gonna come back. He's gonna start at the back as he was already. The guys on the chat, who you're cheering for? Who is your favorite driver? And who you think is gonna win here on the streets of Tokyo? Is he gonna be a GTR? Is he gonna be Robey again? Is he gonna be someone else new? Pellegrino is going quite fast. Rob, Myth, Rough Rod, even Victory Rain also. Victory Rain was the only driver to win a race last season outside Robey and Gu Client, who was the eventual champion. So Smog saying he's getting the glitch there. So just asking him to exit and rejoin as well. Domitsakus here on the chat cheering for Socrates. Yeah, they're mates, they're cousins. So they always training together, helping each other out. They're driving with the same car. So it's natural that they cheer for each other, even though they're both competing for the championship. We've got a Greek 1, 2, 3 so far in the standings. The top 5 are Robey, Sock Art of Driving, Domitsakus, Pellegrino and Victory Rain. There's a top 5 in the championship. Everything's still to play for. We are halfway through the season, and round 8, that's the final round, it's got double points. So everything can happen. Everything could still be decided in the final race. Right, the guys are all back. Let's get racing. Here we go again for Q2 Race 2, the Tokyo Expressway South Outer Loop. Victory Rain on hard tires, leading the pack, and Robey, we know he wants to get past really quick. He's on mediums, started in second, Sakura driving third, Myth Rough Rod fourth, Smog Baxter fifth, and Evil Melon in 6th place. Let's go to the front. And there they go. They all start this time. Victory Rain trying to shut the door there, but he cannot. Robey with a very good start and the softer compounds. Gets the jump. A little bit wide there. Socrates gets past this time as well. And they're side by side into the wall there. Socrates and Robey almost. Robey managed to hold on to the lead. Victory Rain Really close by. Oh, a little bit of a contact there at the back. I think Socrates lost grip there. End up getting on the side of Smog Baxter. Anyone going for an early joker here? Yes, Smith, Rough Rod with the drift. And Evil Melon as well. So Robey with the lead. Managed to shake Victory Ring out of his slipstream. But let's see at the end of the straight. We know the Ford Focus has got more straight line speed. Socrates trying to go for an overtake there. And that puts Victory Ring in the wall. He's not going to be happy about that. Socrates gets past as he chases Robey now. Smog Baxter now gonna try to get the British driver. He's the only man here on hard tires. It's gonna be really difficult for him to keep up with these guys, especially the two Greek up front. He's doing what he can, but Socrates has already disappeared up front. Socrates not very patient there, overtaking inside the tunnel. Heck yeah, Ice Cream now cheering for Myth Ralph Rod. Myth Ralph Rod currently sitting 5th position. He has gone Joker already. He's 19 seconds behind Smog. And closing. So who knows, he might get the jump there on Myth Ralph Rod. As they come here around the hairpin, Robey stays out. Socrates goes in. Victory Ring stays out. And Smog goes in. Right, so Myth Ralph Rod with a small penalty there. 1.4 seconds, and also Melon. Still not the same record as they had in Q1. Mateos with 11 seconds penalty. Probably more. 11 by the time we saw it only. Myth Ralph Rod coming out of the pits. And he gets Smog Baxter just about, and Smog coming out quite slow there. He's gonna fall easy prey to Evil Melon. We got another battle here in our hands. Smog Baxter and Evil Melon, the Subaru and the Toyota. Coming through the bends in the tunnel now. Smog nudges the wall, loses a little bit of time. Smog holding on to the 5th place there. Melon tries to go around the outside, but he can't. Through the chicane now. They brake quite late after the 50 meters mark there. And they both get past quite tidy. Right, just here up front again. Socrates is currently in 3rd, 17 seconds to Victory Ring. He's definitely gonna get Victory Ring there. Robey is gonna go in now. There he goes. Victory Ring also going in. Socrates should get him. And where is Myth Ralph Rod? Can he close in further? He's 1.8 to Socrates. I don't think he can get Victory Ring, but you never know. The battle here between the two American drivers, two of the oldest drivers in Rallycross GT, still on as well. But let's keep an eye on Myth Ralph Rod. Socrates gets past, and Victory Ring right behind there, actually by quite a bit actually. Disaster for the British driver there, falling behind. And the camera being a little bit funny. Smith Ralph Rod trying to close the gap on Socrates. Probably not going to be able to, but it's a good result for him anyway. Getting up to 3rd position there. Socrates not able to catch up with Robey either. 1.3 seconds gap, just a chicane left. Quite aggressive there, Robey. Bit of a mistake there, almost hit the wall. 1.2 the gap now. But that's the final corner. And KSER Robey is gonna get the checkered flag here in Q2 race 1. Soccer driving second. Myth Roughrod paying his penalty there in third place. Victory Ring fourth place. Still good result for him on hard tires. Mark Baxter holds the Evil Melon for fifth and sixth place. KSER Rolway with the win here for Q2 race 2. Let's get the replay and the race results. A quick warm up again while we get the timings for Q3. Let's go up for a spin again. This time with a Honda. So we've got Mateus driving the Honda as well. He's struggling with grip. Let's come here on the straights. A little bit too sideways. Not my best corner. And we've got the times for Q3 ready. That was quick today. My assistant is on fire. Right, no more time for warm-up, guys. Let's get racing. Right, it's time for Q3. Race 1. Right, so here we've got Don Mitsakos, Sock Art of Driving, Pellegrino, Rob on drums, Smog Baxter, and Mateus. Mateus is really struggling here. He's not doing well this round. He came in fresh from a different tournament. Not a lot of time to practice. So he's not doing very well. He might have to get soft boots here today at this race if he wants to have a chance to make it to the semifinals. And this is Q3, the last qualifier round of the day. After this, the top 10 men will go through to the semifinals. And we've got 12 here, so 2 of them gonna go home. So first let's get them in order. So Morgan is in race 2 and Myth Roughrod as well. Okay, just asking the guys to unready themselves. So that's Don Mitsakos up front. Pellegrino in third. Then Rob, Smog, and Mateus. Right. Unready, guys. So let's see the tires here. That's mediums. It's mediums for everyone except Mateus. Mateus is really now getting the softs out, trying to guarantee a place in the semifinals. Right, drivers are ready. Someone else that shouldn't got unready there, that is Socrates. Okay, Socrates is back. Let's see if he changed the tires or what. Now they're all on medium and Mateus on softs. Rallycross GT Season 3 Round 4. We are in Tokyo. And this is Q3 Race 1. Places in the semi-final are still up for grabs. Who is it gonna make it? Who is it not? Mateus here starting at the back with soft tires. He is in danger of not making it. He needs to perform this race. Can he do it? Don Mitsakus and Socrates driving, fighting for the championship up front. And they all get going. Rob with a good start there on the inside, right at the back of Pellegrino. Mateus gains one position already, trying to go around the inside, a little bit aggressive there, but managed to get two positions almost. Literally actually gets two positions. Mateus with a very bold move. Gets past the two Audi drivers. Now he's got two more GTRs. Can the Honda do it? The Honda is also very strong on the straights. Socrates and Don Mitsakus, they might split the strategy here. Yes, Socrates goes Joker. Pellegrino and Rob as well. Mateus, he stays in. Okay, so only Don Mitsakus and Mateus, they don't go Joker. Mateus has lost the slipstream. But let's see what he can do. He's on soft boots this time. He might be able to catch up. Might not. But this is the race of his life now. If he doesn't do really well here, he's gonna sit out of the semifinals. What are his friends going to say? What are his teammates going to say? They're gonna be really disappointed. So he's chasing Don Mitsakus, but not able to close the gap. The gap is actually going up to 2 seconds now, and Mateus gets a penalty already. Changes them to penalty king. And here at the back, Socrates has gone Joker already, and then we have Pellegrino, a little bit aggressive there, and Rob is on the wall. Rob hits the wall there at the end of the chicane. A little bit of a problem there for the Audi driver, and gets a hefty penalty. If hitting the wall and losing time wasn't enough, the game gives you a 1.5 second penalty already on top of that. Rob and Smog side by side into turn 1. Rob goes really wide there onto the wall again. Needs to calm down a little bit, refocus, and just do his race. So 22 seconds gap between Socrates driving and Don Mitsakus. Don stays out, Mateus as well, and 21 seconds to Mateus. I think the Joker here is more like it's 18 seconds by the time you get out, but then after you get momentum it's close to 20 seconds. So Mateus currently at risk there, I guess. And then we need to see Don Mitsakus. And the two American drivers, Audi and Subaru, side by side in the tunnel. It's really difficult to do that. It's very easy to end up in the wall. Rob managed to get side by side. He's got the inside line. the preferred racing line here for this right-hander. Makes a pass into the chicane. Smog trying to go the inside there, really aggressive. Rob goes flying over the curb. Super aggressive there with the anger tank. And managed to open a gap already. Rob super aggressive over the curbs there in the chicane. Gets past and now managed to gap Smog Baxter. It's Dom Mitsakos now going in. Okay, 19 seconds to Mateus, 22 seconds to Dom Mitsakos. What can Socrates do now? Let's go with this camera here. Hard on the brakes. Dom Mitsakos is out. And Mateus is right behind. Mateus is now going to get attacked by Pellegrino even. So 20 and a half seconds after you get back to speed, I would say is the difference. 20 and a half seconds is the Joker lap here. Pellegrino makes a pass there over Mateus. Still a good result for Mateus if he gets 4th place, but it's all about the total race time. Dom Mitsakos edging Socrates by about a second there, but this is the battle. Ooh, we lost there. Mateus quite aggressive on the inside, but cannot get past Pellegrino. Mateus trying to get past, but he's got a penalty there as well. Even if he gets past, it doesn't matter. He needs to pay that 1 second off. And Dom Mitsakos is going to get the checkered flag here. Q3 race 1, followed by Soccer of driving. Pellegrino, Mateus with another penalty there, 2.1 seconds. What is he doing? Rob on drums, 0.2. Can he pay it? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. He didn't get rid of the whole penalty. That becomes a whole second. And he gets put behind Smog Baxter. Dom Mitsakos with another win here. Q3 race 1. Well done. Here are the results. As we go into the final qualify race of the day, that's Q3 race 2. So that's Roll Bay up front, followed by Myth, Ralph Rod, Victory Rain, Pickerick, Evil Melon, and Morgan Davey. Let's get them in order. But they're not all ready yet. Okay, they are all ready now. So that's Roll Bay up front, followed by Myth, Rough Rod, Victory Rain, Pickerick, Melon, and just Morgan Davey missing. And he's starting at the back. Tire strategies here, let's have a look. That's softs for Pickerick, mediums for everyone else. There's one too many people ready. Who's the uninvited guest? That's Smog. Unless everybody tags Smog. Okay, he's out and ready to race. Double checking here the tires. Yes, softs only for Pickerick. Welcome to Rallycross GT. This is Q3 race 2, the last qualified race of the day. Places in the semi-finals still up for grabs. Who's gonna be in, who's gonna be out? Rollbay up front, followed by Myth, Ralph Rod in the GTR, Vicky Rain in a Ford, Pickerick in another Ford, Melon in the Toyota, Morgan Davey also in the Toyota. It looks like a jump start there, but I think that was fair. Myth Ralph Rod trying to get the inside of Rollbay. As Vicky Rain also there trying to get a pass before turn 1, can't get it done. As they slot into a line here. So Pickerick is the only driver on soft tires in this race. He's going for his usual high qualify strategy points. High qualifying points strategy rather. As they come here into the hairpin, anyone going Joker early? And that's Pickerick and Melon going a bit too aggressive there for the Joker lap. And Myth Ralph Rod chasing Rollbay. He's a little bit far behind. And Morgan Davey also out of reach from a British driver Vicky Rain's slipstream. This is the battle at the moment. Oh, they caught up. They caught up with Rollbay. Now we've got a three-way here for the lead. They are all in medium tires. They're all really fast drivers. Rollbay is the current championship lead. He's also champion of season 1. Myth Ralph Rod is his first full season with us, but he has proven himself as a real fast driver. He had the fastest lap last week at Red Bull Ring. Vicky Rain, another super fast driver, the only driver to win a race in season 2, other than the eventual champion Hugh Lyon, and second place Rollbay. So Vicky Rain is now losing a little bit of gap, a little bit of time to Myth Ralph Rod on the straights. And Myth Ralph Rod also losing a little bit to Rollbay. Rollbay was very pessimistic about this race, thinking that he would not be able to keep up with the GTRs because of top speed. But he's actually edging one here right now. And Myth Ralph Rod not able to catch up with the slipstream. They stay out. Yes, they do. As Morgan goes in. 20.5, 21 seconds difference there with Pickerick. We are calculating a 20.5 Joker lap, so this is going to be really close between the Canadian and Australian. They have been looking eye to eye earlier this race already, so really close Joker merge indeed, as we predicted. But Pickerick with a little bit more momentum managed to get past. But Melon is quite far back there, probably a mistake now in the hairpin. Getting behind. Morgan Davey trying to catch up, trying to close the gap. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there for Myth Ralph Rod. His rear wheel touches the wall. He loses a lot of time. Now Rollbay is really outside range. And Victory Ring is going for it. He's going for the kill now. On board with Britishman, Victory Ring in the Ford Focus. Victory Ring really tidy there in the corner. He's closing in. They're gonna go Joker together now. All the top three are gonna go Joker at the same time. There's a 23 seconds gap to the guy behind. I think Pickerick is too far back to do anything. That's Robert or 1.4 second penalty there. We didn't see where he got that from, but that might be a problem for him towards the end of the race. Morgan is actually closing onto Pickerick just about. This is going to be their first fast lap. We can look at their times. Right, Rollbay's out with the penalty. And look at these two, Mythroff Rod. Victory Ring also with a penalty. Disaster for the British driver. Now everything might fall in the hands of the young Brazilian Mythroff Rod. It's 3.7 seconds gap to Rollbay. It's quite a lot, even with the penalty. But let's keep an eye open here, because as we've seen in Red Bull Ring, it's not over until you cross the finish line. Even in the final corner, things can still change. Mythroff Rod holding on to the lead there. Rollbay quite aggressive to the curb, almost there, hits the wall. Mythroff Rod safe this time. As Rollbay comes to get the checkered flag here, he's going to pay for the penalty. He slows down. Mythroff Rod second place, followed by Victory Ring, Pickerick, Morgan Davey, and Evil Melon. 3.4 second gap. It's quite high, but it's not as high as in Q1. Rollbay managed to get all his penalty out there. Well done, and takes a checkered flag here in Q3. Race 2. Let's get the replay saved and the race results. Ultimate VDP here on Twitch. Can I join? Hey mate, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. Unfortunately, this is a tournament for registered drivers, and we are halfway through the round right now, so there's no time to join. But if you would like to join us in the future, there's always space for wildcards. You can click on the link in the chat and join our Discord. Have a look at the rules. There might be space for you in the future, who knows? We're always looking to have more drivers. Right, so we have a quick warm-up session again before the semi-finals. We're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna announce who's through and who's not. Alright, we are back. We're back for more. And the timings for the semifinals are in. We've got 12 drivers here today. The top 10 will go through to the semis. The bottom 2, they will go home. The results are in. Let's break the news. So Evil Melon, only 11 points. He's not gonna go through. And Penalty King, Mateus, with 14 points, is also not through. So Smog Baxter and Morgan Davey. Both with 16 points. Safe. It was very close. And the top qualifier today, that's Don Mitsakos with 42 points. That's certainly going to help him in the championship standings. Close the gap onto Socrates. Right, let's get ready for the semifinals. First of all, we change the event settings to 4 laps. And now, semi-final 1. Don Mitsakos, Sock Art of Driving, Pellegrino, Rob on drums, and Morgan Davey. Let's put them in order. Stone up front. Myth-Rough Rod is not in this one. Smog saying, I didn't want to recount, I must have been last. Well, you've been last in a couple of races, mate, but not in the overall. Don Mitsakos, Sock Art of Driving, Pellegrino, Rob on drums, and Morgan Davey. Let's check their tires. Softs for everyone. Softs for everyone. Let's go. Welcome to Rallycross GT, Season 3, Round 4, and we're about to start with semi-final 1. The battle for the championship is on, and we've got Don Mitsakos and Sock Art of Driving, currently 3rd and 2nd place respectively, in the front row, followed by Pellegrino. Pellegrino is sitting in 4th, so we've got 3 championship contenders here in this race. And they're ready to go. And it's race time. It's a very good start there from all drivers. all on soft boots. Who is gonna make it through to the finals? The top 3 men here, they go through, and Rob on drums are ready with an overtake over Pellegrino from the start. And Pellegrino going a little bit wide there, hits the wall. Morgan Davey trying to get past Toyota and the Audi side by side. And that's Pellegrino 4th, Morgan 5th. Rob with a great start there, gaining 1 position. And up there in the front, the 2 mates, cousins actually, fighting for the championship up front. Socrates gets the pass into the long straight, and Rob on drums goes really wide there in the corner, in the hairpin. And now he's at risk from Pellegrino. Rob's got the best line there, so he can hold on to 3rd, but now we've got 3 drivers really close to each other. It's not the best place to overtake here. Pellegrino slots behind. And Morgan Davey ends up in the wall. Apparently, no, he managed to be safe there. Just lost a little bit of grip. Rob continues on to 3rd, goes a little bit wide in the right-hander. That allows Pellegrino through. A little bit of a mistake there from the American driver. Only the top 3 men here will go through, so you want to finish 3rd place here if you want to make it to the final. Rob hasn't been in a final in a very long time, since exhibition season probably, or maybe season 1. He was doing really well today, and he wants that place in the final. Morgan Davey now fighting with Rob for the 4th position. Let's go up there to the front. Sakura driving, opening a 1-second gap to Don Mitsakos. And Pellegrino there already gapping Rob as well. They're starting to get spaced out, the drivers. And we're now 4 laps. So it's still a lot to go. And let's see the Joker starters. No one has gone Joker yet. We're watching Rob and Morgan Davey. Morgan tries to switch there. Very aggressive pit entrance from Morgan Davey. Went for a switch there. And Rob just let him go. Sock Art of Driving currently leading the pack. Followed by Don Mitsakos. The 2 GTRs currently sitting 2nd and 3rd respectively in the standings. Pellegrino currently sitting 4th. Then we have Rob on drums, who has not gone Joker yet, and Morgan Davey. 22 seconds behind Rob. But he might be able to get him at the Joker exit. Tire wear for the Greeks here is very high in the front. Pellegrino much more tidy on the tires, and he's closing in 1.7 seconds gap. 1:41, his fastest lap today, I think. But we've got a 39.6 from Socrates, probably the fastest lap of the day. And it's about 2 seconds gap, 1.5 2 seconds gap between the top 3 drivers. They go another lap and a half to go, as Rob here keeps the 22-second margin over Morgan Davey, and he's doing purple sector there. Rob in the 1st sector, he's really fast in the Audi in that 1st section. Pellegrino goes Joker. Rob goes very tidy here this time. Gets past. Morgan is coming down the hill now. He's quite far bit back from Pellegrino, so I don't think it's going to be a threat. The 2 GTRs here drinking fuel like crazy. They got half a tank left. They go down below 140 in that corner, as you can see. And some of the guys were driving there almost 150 on soft tires. The GTRs, they really lose a lot of time in that corner. And talking about drinking fuel, Rob is actually lower on fuel than the GTRs. Rob's Audi here. Well, it's an old car, isn't it? So burns a little bit more fuel than usual. Oh, a little bit of a moment there for Pellegrino. Almost got the wall there. Very aggressive on the curb. It's Morgan Davey has not joked. He's going to live to the last lap. Let's see Socrates as he comes down. He's up on his time. The front tire wear is really high already. So there he goes into the pits. Followed by Don Mitsakos. Rob on drums should go in as well. Pellegrino is only 17 seconds behind. Pellegrino should get this one. Let's keep an eye on him. And Pellegrino is with the purple sector as well. Another Audi. Really fast in that middle section of the track. There goes Pellegrino coming out of the pits. 2.5 seconds behind. And Morgan Davey, the fight is not over yet between Morgan Davey and Rob on drums. Neither of them are gonna go through to the semifinals, but they're fighting for points now. Rob playing hard to get there. Morgan's probably gonna try an overtake at the end of the straight. And let's go up there to the front, because that Socrates coming to the chicane. It's not over yet. A little bit of tire screeching noise there. And final corner for Sock Art of Driving now. And he's gonna come to get the checkered flag in semi-final 1 here at Tokyo Expressway South Loop. Followed by Don Mitsakos, Pellegrino, Morgan Davey. He got the pass on Rob on drums. He's gonna come to get 4th place here. The Australian driver ahead of Rob on drums. The top 3 men go through to the finals, and that is him. Sock Art of Driving with the win. Here are the race results. 1:39.637. It's a very fast lap there from Socrates. Right, it's time for semi-final 2. We've got Robey, Victory Rain, Myth Ralph Rod, Pickerick, and Smog Baxter. A lot of contact there in the tunnels, a lot of people not happy, but we can talk about this offline after the race. Just record your video, send it to the stewards, and then we're gonna have a look at it. And if we think that someone deserves a penalty, they're gonna lose precious tournament points. But unfortunately, we cannot change the results of the race. So drivers are ready. Let's get them in order. Robey, Victory Rain, Myth Ralph Rod, Pickerick, and Smog Baxter. Let's check their tires. So someone else unreadied themselves. That's Smog. He's back. Softs for everyone again. Everybody on soft tires here in the semi-final number 2. Let's go. This is Rallycross GT and you are watching semi-final 2 at the Tokyo Expressway South Loop. This is round 4 of Season 3. Season 3 is sponsored by the DRC Racing YouTube channel. You can find more about them in the link in the chat or in the description. Let's get ready to race. We've got KSER Robey up front, followed by Victory Rain, Myth, Ralph Rod, Pickerick, and Smog Baxter. Drivers are ready to go, and it's a very good start there from Victory Rain, closing the gap on Robey. Also Myth, Ralph Rod, bumper to bumper with Victory Rain already. Pickerick goes backwards at the start, loses the position to Smog Baxter, and they come really close here into the first sequence of corners. Can the GTR close the gap there to the RCZ and the Ford Focus as well? They are all within slipstream range. The two North American drivers here, Canadian and American, already falling behind as they come into the hairpin for the first time, and they all staying out. And Pickerick with a full spin there. Pickerick with a full spin. We're going to try to get a replay of that later. But that's Robey up front with a great hairpin there, followed by Victory Rain. And Myth Ralph Rod doesn't even want to wait. He's already going for the overtake before the tunnel. And he's closing the gap on Robey really quickly. Myth Ralph Rod absolutely flying here. And you know he's quite tidy on tires as well. Let's see what the young Brazilian can do. A little bit wide there, hits the wall on the exit. That allows Victory Rain to close the gap. Very aggressive there, Robey on the hairpin, on the chicane. As they stay out. Okay, let's go back to Pickerick and see what happened. So as they were coming here down the straight, okay, contact with Smog and Pickerick. It's hard to say who's at fault there. Smog was going inside to then go to the Joker, as Robey wanted to stay out apparently, and ended up collecting Pickerick. It's a very bad result for both of them. And now their chances of making it through to the finals are all but gone. Now the battle is to see who's gonna go to the final in which position between Robey, Myth Ralph Rod, and Victory Rain. Going a little bit too wide there and losing distance to the Nissan. The GTR is really fast. It's putting the 6th gear here at 240 already. Let's see how fast he can go at the end of the straight. 253. We've seen the guys going to 257 almost on the straight, but that was with slipstream. Robey holding on to the lead here. Very aggressive on the chicane. Let's see. Myth Ralph Rod. Oop, almost a mistake there from the Brazilian and a penalty for the British driver. Victory Rain cutting a little bit too much corner or going wide on the exit. But a 1 second penalty. Got 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to pay for that penalty. 1:39.4 fastest lap of the race for Robey. Arguably fastest lap of the day as well. We've got 1 more race to go, but I think this is the fastest lap of the day so far. Myth Ralph Rod with a 41.2 only. Not as fast as we thought he would be today. Robe goes a little bit wide there, it seems. Very tidy. And then Victory Reign. Smoke Baxter is quite far behind, 42.5 his fastest lap. Needs to get faster than that, and 41.5 for Pickerick, but after that spin, unfortunately his chances to make it through the finals are gone. It's all about salvaging as many points as he can. Maybe if he can get a 4th place, he gets another extra point in the championship. 1.5 lap to go. Robe coming to the chicane one more time. It's getting really close there at the exit. Victory Reign almost done with that penalty there. But 2 seconds behind Myth Rough Rod. Not able to keep up, the British driver. Tires are quite good condition there, and same for Robe. The Peugeot RCZ is quite soft on the tires, a light car. So he's not hurting the tires so much. Even Myth Rough Rod on the GTR compared to the other 2 Greek drivers in the GTRs as well. It's not such an extreme tire wear in the front. The rear is almost new still. Okay, here they go for their Joker lap. It's Robe in. Myth Rough Rod with a mistake hits the wall at the Joker entrance. And Victory Reign also nudges the wall just about there. Smoke Baxter and Pickerick, they're not able to close in too much. So that is Robe coming out of the pits. Myth Rough Rod and Victory Reign, they're really close now, and Myth Rough Rod got a hefty penalty for hitting the wall there. As they come into the tunnel section now, this is everything Victory Reign wanted. Now he's got huge chances of making 2nd place and jumping 2 positions in the grid for the final. He's gonna try and overtake on track here. He's got the penalty advantage. They both got penalty, but it's gonna be really hard for Myth Rough Rod to pay 2.7 seconds here in quarter of the lap. As they come through the chicane, save both of them. And let's go up front there, because KSER Robe from start to finish gonna get the checkered flag here in semi-final number 2. Myth Rough Rod with a 2.4 second penalty. Heavy on the brakes, Victory Reign as well, and Victory Reign gets 2nd, Myth Rough Rod 3rd. Smoke Baxter is gonna cross the line in 4th place. And Pickerick, after that heavy spin in the 1st lap, that's 5th place. Top 3 men go through to the final. That's Robe, Victory Reign and Myth Rough Rod. And KSER Robe with another win and the fastest lap of the race. That's the replay saved and the race results. We're ready for the final now. Just gonna give the drivers another minute or 2 to warm up. But the final will be it's a Greek 1, 2, 3 up front, so that's Socrates, Robe, Domitsakos, then Victory Reign, Pellegrino, and Myth Rough Rod. So all the drivers that are in a fight for the championship, actually, The 6 drivers that are in the final, they are the top 6 drivers in the championship. Not in the same order, but pretty much. The only difference here is that Rollbay is leading the championship, Socrates second, but here in the finals we got Socrates first, Rollbay second. And also Victor Ray and Pellegrino, they are in reverse positions. Let's see their tires. Everybody's got soft left, of course. So that's Socrates up front, Robe, Mitsakos, Vic, Pellegrino, and Myth Ralph Rod. We are ready to start. Are you guys ready in the chat? And it's time. Welcome to Rallycross GT. We're in Tokyo Expressway South Loop for the final race of the day. This is Season 3 Round 4, and Season 3 is sponsored by the DRC Racing YouTube channel. You can find more about them in the link in the description or the link in the chat. They do racing just like us, but with Hot Wheels miniatures. Pretty awesome. And talking about racing, the drivers are ready to go here. And there they go. Socrates shuts the door on Rollbay already. Doesn't want to lose a position before turn 1 this time. As they come into the S, it's a Greek 1, 2, 3, followed by Victory Rain and 2 more Brazilians. Robe getting pushed wide there by Don Mitsakos. As Socrates leads the pack, but Robe is right on his rear bumper. Still Greek 1, 2, 3, Victory Rain really close there, losing the position out to Myth Ralph Rod on the inside as they come into the hairpin. Don Mitsakos, not as Socrates gets pushed into the pits. They all go into the pits except Don Mitsakos and Myth Ralph Rod. If I were them, I would work together, bump draft each other, and just open the gap. Let's keep an eye there at the back. As Robe is going in, the first driver to get in. I think he kind of pushed Socrates there and managed to get in front. But they all go in and out really close. Victor Rain lost a little bit of gap there to Socrates, lost his slipstream, but Pellegrino didn't. So we're gonna have a couple of battles here towards the end, but let's go there up there to the front. 2 GTRs. Is it gonna be a GTR 1, 2, 3 today? That would be pretty impressive. Impressive but not unexpected. Don Mitsakos leading to Myth Ralph Rod. The 2 GTRs really close here, opening lap 2. It's going to be all about tire wear, and we know that Myth Ralph Rod is very tidy on tires. He might have an advantage towards the end of the race. They go through the S-bends here as Robe is gapping Socrates a little bit. 21 seconds gap to Myth Ralph Rod. They have to help each other there up front so they don't get caught by the guys here at the back. Don Mitsakos goes Joker, Myth Ralph Rod stays out. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Don had a little bit more advantage to these guys because he was P1, but I think Robe is gonna come back really close. Meanwhile, Victoring and Pellegrino, they still fighting there. Right, where is Socrates? Where is Robe? Almost hits the back of Socrates there. Of Domitsakos. Domitsakos loses the position to Robe. Probably quite slow, and to Socrates as well. Loses 2 positions, Domitsakos. Now it's a Greek 2, 3, 4, but Mitrofrod has not jokered yet. Pellegrino and Victor Ring side by side here through the tunnels. Pellegrino managed to get the overtake. The Audi is also really fast in this track. But this is the battle here. The battle for the championship and perhaps for the race as well. Robe able to break the slipstream just about. And Domitsakos also falling behind. They need to stay closer in the straight and get really tidy through the chicane. So they close in there on the straight. But Robe edges again in the corners. Pellegrino and Victory Ring still fighting for 5th and 6th. Fighting for bragging rights, not podium. Where's Mitrofrod? He stays out again. He's only going to go in the final lap. But the gap is now 19.7. That is not enough. That is not enough. The Brazilian there is at risk. He might lose the position. He might lose actually 2 or 3 positions when he goes Joker. Let's keep an eye out. Here at the back, Victor Ring gets the pass on Pellegrino again. They keep going back and forth, and look at Pellegrino trying again in the tunnel. They go side by side. Pellegrino makes the pass. Victor Ring around the outside. They are side by side. Pellegrino really tidy on the inside. They come down the hill into the chicane. They're all really tidy there on the chicane. Very dangerous moment there for Pellegrino and Victory Ring. Let's go back up front. 19.8 to Mitrofrod. He needs a phenomenal pit entrance there if he is to stand any chance of winning this race. He goes wide. Loses a little bit. Too wide. Definitely gonna lose 3 positions there. Let's keep an eye on Rollbay. Soccer driving and Domitsakos not able to keep up. And these two still on a battle here. Rollbay through the hairpin. Very tidy, burning a little bit of rubber there. Socrates passing and Mitrofrod just came out. Was coming out really slow. Whereas Mitrofrod lost only 2 positions. Still got the podium there for him. Perhaps the 2nd position. But can he get past Socrates? But the race of the day here for KSER Robe with a car that does not perform on the straights. He is edging 3 Nissan GTRs. And look at Mitrofrod trying to go around the outside of Socrates. In the big right-hander. He gets the pass around the outside. What a move from the young Brazilian. Coming to the chicane now. 2 corners left. Socrates trying to look around the inside. A little bit of shaking there by Mitrofrod. But Rollbay up front manages to hold 3 Nissan GTRs to get the checkered flag. KSER Rollbay with the win in Tokyo, followed by Mitrofrod, Soccer of driving Domitsakos, Pellegrino and Victory Ring. 6 seconds from first to last, the closest gap we've ever had. And Rollbay, what a race was that, with a car that is not good on straights. Absolutely dominated here today. And the fastest lap as well. Well done. Race results on screen. 39.5, the fastest lap. I think we've seen a faster lap in the semifinals, but it matters not. KSER Rollbay with the win here in Tokyo, followed by Myth Rough Rod with a great overtake in the penultimate corner. Sock Art of Driving third, Dom Mitsakus fourth, UDI Pellegrino fifth, and Victory Rain sixth place. That's it for today. Pickerick here on the chat. What a race. Yes, indeed. Let's get the race, the lobby for next weekend open. That is this one here. So next week, we're gonna be at a quite interesting track. The BB Raceway, this semi-oval track. It's not new to Rallycross. We've been here before, but certainly not something you see every day, especially with Group B cars. So that's it for Tokyo today, guys. Thanks one more time to all the drivers, everybody on the chat that's been here watching us. You can follow more. You can find out more about our sponsor, the DRC Racing YouTube channel, in the link in the chat or in the description. They do racing with Hot Wheels. They've just released a brand new track with no divider and drift pad. You're gonna see some Hot Wheels going sideways, and there's a huge jump before the finish line. Have a look. Rallycross GT is also a sponsor of the DRC races. We got a special garage there with our Tomica and Majorette, and also Hot Wheels miniatures. It's really exciting to see what they're doing there. It's a little bit different than what we do, but with both love racing, just different types of racing. And here you have the guys getting ready for next weekend at BB Raceway. We're gonna finish here today, guys. Thank you one more time for everybody who's been here with us. Thanks to the support here, Nicole11 on the chat and on the live timing sheets. Vital part of making this tournament happen and exist. We see each other, guys, next week. We're gonna finish here today. I'm Kurt Dunninger. I was your host today, and I see you guys next week. Thank you.